video is brought to you guys by Sutco, now hiring Class 1 drivers in the residual division in Creston, Kelowna, West Kootenays, and Vernon. Also hiring log drivers, some new positions there actually, in Penticton and in Princeton. And also international drivers in Kettle Falls, Washington, and Priest River, Idaho, along with internal positions, human resource business partner in Nelson, a health and safety manager in Salmo or Nelson, a logistics broker in Kelowna, an inside sales representative in Kelowna, and then a remote transportation broker, which could be as far away as Ontario or further. Just swing by the sutherland.group/join our team, or email james.guy@sutco.ca. Good morning. Where are you at? Come on. Good morning. Let's go. Let's go. Good morning. Here you go. Here you go.
I guess it's still good morning.
It's technically still morning.
Okay. Good morning again.
Good morning again?
Yeah. I have a feeling I messed it up with my fingers over the microphone and put it on.
As long as you're still recording.
Yeah.
I had those issues last week.
Did you?
Yeah. Last week was a struggle. Okay, we are climbing the same hill you guys saw that confused moose on 2 weeks ago.
You're going to see a lot of this highway this week.
We're going to see a lot of the highway this week because first off, I told you guys Monday's video would be driving along the Okanagan. Well, obviously, Monday's video is not that. So I looked at the schedule and timing and stuff, what my next load was. It's like, well, why are we leaving on Sunday for work if I have to load in Kelowna and just go to Nelson? No rush. Delivering this insulation to Nelson's tomorrow morning, although I might get lucky and deliver it today. We'll see. Maybe not. We'll see. Lemonade. It's been kind of raining on and off all morning. Delivered that load in Kelowna today. Got there at 7:15ish. It's now 11:40. Climbing the hill towards Big White on Highway 33.
It's going to be a rainy week. I don't know.
Yeah, so I've put the dash cam back in here because of the weather. I'm like, no, I don't want 3 outside cams. Cameras are waterproof, but just in case it starts pouring rain, at least the dash cam with the wipers will always be somewhat usable. We're going to have audio struggles again all week. Those new cables did come in. and it didn't fix anything. I think the DJI mic receiver out is not working properly. But I can still record the microphones. It just makes editing harder. I can't put stereo. At least I haven't figured out how to do stereo yet with my editing software. If I figure that out, then we'd be fine with the way this is set up. I know I need to learn more DaVinci Resolve. I tried editing with DaVinci Resolve last week and I just couldn't get the program to do some of the things I wanted to do. I'm like, I'm sure it does those things, I just don't know how to do them. I'm like, okay, going back to Adobe Premiere Elements. I'm not paying for Pro, paying for a monthly charge. I'm just not doing that. Summit. Debating if I should have passed him. I don't know how fast he's going to be down here. People tend to speed like crazy. Yeah, somebody probably commented about that already. So this should be a tarp load. It used to be a tarp load when we came here to pick it up. It's rainy weather. The product's not allowed to get wet. But the chipper has no safe way of tarping that load. They don't have a tarping station. They don't have any of those tarping gadgets you put on the forklift to pull the tarp over top of the load. So I remember the first time I came here, I made phone calls and go, I'm not tarping it. And the chipper himself crawled up the top and tarped it. And I'm like, okay, works for me, but that's not legal. Hearing vibrations?
Yeah.
Don't you love the good vibes?
Oh, I don't know if I want to answer that.
Here's that detour. This is the exit to get to the detour.
They are still maintaining it.
Just in case this rain closes that road up by Summerland. But it was open. 2 lanes today morning.
And they started that on Friday.
Beautiful yellows here. I don't know if those are coming through on the screen. Dash cam is probably dark, but the mirror cam is probably doing a decent job. If we don't have too many raindrops on it.
My problem is I can't get it to focus in time because it's so left turn right and up and down.
Are you saying I need to drive nicer? No comment?
No comment. You drive pretty nicely, so
Man, yesterday, just driving from home to a couple blocks away to get water for the truck here made me car sick.
yeah, you didn't appreciate my.
Like, I was so car sick. I'm like, I seem fine driving myself, but being a passenger, I get so car sick right now. So I'm obviously still recovering.
It's like, oops, I didn't want to make you car sick. Still looking for the moose.
That was 2 weeks ago. Man, that was before vacation. That was the last video before vacation.
Yep. I saw a meme the other day where it said like September flies by. It seems like it was like 75% faster or whatever. All the months or whatever.
Okay.
And it had me thinking, I was like, it's time where we switch from relax summer vacation to go, school, work, everything.
Yeah.
And then we kind of
Yeah,
Yeah,
back
but-
to school makes September go by a lot quicker for parents for sure and kids for sure.
there's everything you try to do at the last moment to get winterized, right? Things like that. Like you're in that go mode of if you have to harvest fields or fix your house for winter. So it just seems like we're busier.
Yeah, the busier we are, the quicker time goes.
Maybe.
I don't know. Because the more memories you make, the more time slows down.
Yeah.
If you're just doing monotonous, the same thing day after day after day, that makes time really fly because your brain doesn't keep those memories. Brain goes, no point of storing that garbage.
You know, I used to post a lot more photos on Facebook, right? So, like, always you have memories to look back. And I love that. Almost every day I can go through around this time of year and be like, a year ago, 5 years, 12 years. I'm like, that we go on all these vacations.
Yeah. Yeah, people go, you go on too many vacations. How can you afford that? It's like prioritizations. We don't buy a whole bunch of other junk.
And our budget is like a budget you haven't seen before.
It's like, and we keep our vacations very cheap. Like our last vacation, the bike ride, that was our vacation. Really cheap. 2 hotel nights, that was it.
And like $50 in fuel with that.
Yeah.
I mean, food and all that too, but still, it was pretty cheap.
Gorgeous colors.
I like that. Tree just. Trying to sneak in some photos.
So yeah, this week, as far as I know, we're going to be running this highway. That's about it.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know our Friday load, but pretty sure.
Pretty sure we know what our Friday load is.
Yeah.
Told the boss, like, boring week, but I also appreciate keeping me close to home after, surgery last week.
So even this weekend, you're like, I feel great, but then you still feel a little wonky.
Yeah,
Like you're still
I feel
recovering.
great, but feel really sick too. I'm like, I guess I'm not 100% yet, but we're getting there.
I have my own theory.
I think it's a good theory
Yeah.
that when you go to the hospital, there's so many other sick people around that I picked up a virus or a
Well, that stomach flu is
stomach
good.
flu.
That I had it a couple months ago when I was in the ER, remember?
Yeah.
And you were describing how you feel, and like, I remember when I felt that way. Yeah.
So I might have picked up a little stomach flu while I was in the ER from all the other sick people.
And if not there, it could have been any shipper, receiver, anybody you talk
Yeah.
to, Everybody's back in
So
school.
it
It's
could be
really-
unrelated to the kidney stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's back to school and stuff. It's just going around.
I haven't seen any upside down cars in the ditch yet.
That's a good thing, I think.
It's rare that you don't drive this highway and not see upside down cars in the ditch because people speed so much on this highway.
Maybe they're saving it all up for the first snowfall.
Yeah, this first snowfall will add a couple of cars upside down.
It's only 11 degrees up here.
Yeah, a little on the chilly side. My jacket is soaked through, my gloves are soaked through. Rolling up tarps in the rain. Thanks for helping with that.
I was like, I came and helped. You're welcome. That was actually my first time being there.
You have delivered there many times.
Many more times after.
Did it get it?
Like, yeah, whatever it was going after, yeah.
Probably a squirrel. It looked kind of like a squirrel. It took a squirrel out of a tree.
Yeah.
Was that osprey or a falcon?
Something. I don't know what kind of bird.
I just saw it diving across the road, and it took a squirrel out of a tree. Squirrel or chipmunk.
It looked pretty big, like a squirrel or something. It's a little bit on the bigger size.
I didn't know they would attack animals in trees.
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I was watching a viral video the other day of Falcon laying on eggs and this dove decided to go in. Falcon held it over the edge and just plucked his tail feathers off and everything.
Dove regretted that?
Yeah. And apparently not the brightest.
Hey, it's my truck. That's the owner-operator that works for Sutco. No moose bumper on the front because it'll be over length. So it'd be illegal for me to haul those trailers, those super stretch wood chip trailers. But with a no moose guard, you can barely legally pull those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I did chips, I would want to do something like that too. Do an owner-operator, have your own sleeper truck, and then you can just, there's no crazy rush, especially in the winter when you have these loads are such a tight deadline that you have to really push yourself in the snow to make sure you get home in time before your shift ends.
I know one of the co-workers that switched to chips was asking you, like, haha, why have you switched chips? It hasn't put me in the hospital yet.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I wouldn't blame flat deck on why you have a kidney stone. You're just as likely to get them chips.
Yeah. Chips is very different. Some people love it. You're home every single day. But you have cross shifts. So you're a week of days, a week of nights, a week of days, a week of nights. You get hourly pay. So there's definitely some great advantages to running chips. You get paid more than I do. But there's also some disadvantages to running chips.
I'm waiting to hear from our friend once he runs a little bit more vans. He's
Yeah,
starting to say things about it. I'm like,
See how he likes running vans for Sutco? If I switch to running vans for Sutco, it pretty much run between Vancouver and Calgary and between Vancouver and Edmonton.
See,
That's what most of the runs are.
that would be my problem.
Those runs would be absolutely beautiful, but you'd be doing the same run, and that's where all of those flatlanders coming across the mountains for the first time are also running. You have all the inexperienced drivers running that route.
Is that how he's closed a lot lately? Up by
Yep.
Salmon Arm area.
So once again, upsides and downsides to that side.
And you also have just the mouthy people on the radio. You wouldn't be able to use radio.
And you have other companies offering me a job.
I mean, it wouldn't be hard for you to find a job anywhere.
That's true. Yeah. less colors over here. It seems like you get into more evergreens here.
Yeah, kind of just died off.
I wonder if this has all been harvested and replanted, and that's why.
More than likely.
It's the one thing that downside to tree farms is when they harvest all the trees, they only replant the trees with one type of tree. So it's a lot rarer to see the mixed variety of trees. GPS says we're going to arrive at 3:45. We're a light load, so we'll probably make some time on that. Plus fueling up. As long as we get there before around 4, we should be able to unload today. If I load this light easy, they should unload me today. Usually it's at 4:30, that's when. Not always. Sometimes they've gone home earlier, but technically they close at 3:30. But they have often unloaded me earlier or after that.
It's kind of like depends on our work schedule. If we're busy or not at that time.
See, this highway's boring, guys. There's just nothing here.
Oh, you can't say that all the time.
The pretty colors were nice, but now we're in the boring. It's boring. It's a boring highway.
I'm back on the pretty colors.
Yeah. It's a boring highway.
I'll tell you, if it's that boring, you can make a map of it today.
Do what?
You can make the map for the video today if it's not boring.
No, you get to make the map.
Because all these curves are going to tell you it's not boring. Should do.
What should you do?
Just always argue against you. Whatever you say, just take the opposite side.
Wasn't that your job?
No.
I thought you already did that.
Not often enough, apparently.
What could you go for?
An apple pie.
Apple pie.
Even though I don't know if I can have apples, it sounds delicious at the moment.
That's the second time you've mentioned apple pie today.
No, I mentioned it yesterday as well.
I said today. Second time today.
I mentioned it yesterday.
I didn't bring up yesterday.
When did I mention it today?
Today morning when we were driving.
Today.
Up towards Kelowna, you brought up apple pie.
I think I keep seeing them everywhere, and I just apple trees, and it's the time of year. I watched this video where they put apple pie filling and then cinnamon rolls on top.
Yuck.
That sounds so good.
Why would you ruin cinnamon rolls like that?
My problem
Actually, apple is actually a good flavor.
I'm just like the
Texture thing once again for me.
mine's the sugar amount, the sugar level. Having too much sugar at once.
A couple of raindrops. Entering Beaverdale fire protection area. Or is it Beaverdell? Beaverdell, I think. This corner can throw you off. It's a weird downhill and then a corner. It can really upset the vehicle. I'm hungry for an Nanaimo bar now.
Don't even. We had those on the weekend.
If you're not a Canadian, you probably don't know what a Nanaimo bar is, but that's what I'm hungry for. Nanaimo spelt like the town on Vancouver Island, Nanaimo bar, because that's where they were invented. Created? You invent food? Carmi. Technically, if you go up the logging roads over here, you can get over to Penticton. Back in the old days, you could for sure. Now you would definitely need a pretty good off-road vehicle to make it over those roads. You guys probably heard me talk about that when we took the Highway 97 shortcut, not 201 shortcut, dirt road. When we were bobtailing on the dirt road, I probably talked about Carmi, Penticton.
Oh, like not so much a shortcut as a detour.
Yeah, definitely not a detour, or definitely not a shortcut. And I did have a couple of bolts and nuts that loosened themselves off, so we found everything that was loose. We found, hopefully, hopefully we found everything, because they were missing all of a sudden. It's like, oh, we need a new one here, oh, new one there. It's one of the nice things about being down for emergency surgery. The shop could go through things and find things that I missed, and I found things they missed. Get everything snugged up again. I hope I don't have to take that detour again. Just not very pleasant.
Well, it said they're going to start blasting on 97, but they don't have a timeline until they start doing it and see how much they move a day and a week, and then calculate.
They'll probably start very small. And then
Yeah. They pretty much have a system set up now that they get almost instant notification if it moves. So that's the plus side of that.
I saw they had the GPS and all the mirrors and all the surveying equipment set up, yeah. There's some more color.
What I didn't like though is that they still have the signs up for the detour for Peachland and Summerland, the other one. And right now that route's closed because of the fire over there. So I'm like, why are you advertising? Knock them down or something instead of taking them down, right? Cover them up somehow. Look at all the color.
Yeah, pretty boring color.
You know
Just
what?
yellow.
I'll have you drop me off at home tomorrow. I'll go on my own ride.
You did last year.
I don't think go on a ride. Just a lot of fuel.
focuses on the raindrops, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice little pullout over here. Welcome to Beaverdell. Rock quarry there. Looks like they're getting more and more work slowly getting done in there. So I wonder if there's some kind of project coming up, a repaving or something. It's Mom's good food.
It always makes me want to stop and see the.
And then just go, this is nothing like my mom's. And stomp out.
No,
Yeah?
no.
Oh, that's what I want to do.
Well, you probably would because you grew up. But I'm like, what's the menu? Is it like grilled cheese, mac and cheese? Like, what
Why would
kind
that be Mom's food?
That's Mom's like comfort food. Like,
That's not Mom's food. You need chicken noodle soup
with a grilled cheese.
and
And
mashed potatoes.
with
Gravy.
a roast.
With roast. That's Mom's food.
If you let me go on, I would have said chicken and soup with the grilled cheese. It's not even open, but the menu's posted outside, so someday I'll figure it out.
Just a little like a food shack, right?
Yeah.
All right, that was Beaverdell. I think we'll call it a day there. Hope you guys enjoyed that boring road. I know I'm an instigator. But we're going to bail out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate all your support. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Somewhere in this area. Maybe in the Kootenays. We'll see what we get in. Trying to think. Last week I had a video going from Plesnikoff up to Nancy Green, so maybe after Nancy Green or something. I don't know, we'll figure it out. I shouldn't tell you guys what I want to do because it never works out, but we are indeed out of here. See you tomorrow. You guys rock.
Adios.